the Game Awards
Oh yeah.
mixer. So, and okay, Mortal Kombat 11. It's like the
Oh, is it
OG.
official?
Yeah, they just show they just showed the first preview of it. Um, so oh, holy moly. Okay, how do the audio sound? I'm trying a whole new mic
Oh, okay.
and
Let me.
everything.
I'm gonna walk to the other room like I did the other day because I turn what I've been doing is turning you all the way up and us all the way down. So you guys talk amongst yourself, and then I'll go check.
Okay. How are you doing today? How was your day?
It was very good. I actually was off today. So shocking.
Oh,
Normally I work.
wow.
I know. I usually work late on Thursday nights. So
You're just
yeah,
walking in, you know.
yeah, I'm like running and throwing my shit down. But today I was able to relax and do my section, my notes, and watch some wrestling. And I got a little tidbit of today's technically a holiday in Germany, so we're going to talk about it.
Uh-huh.
And the alcohol pairing will
Cool.
be part of that. So I actually was able to invest some quality time for schedule for one fall. So I feel pretty good about it.
That is what's up.
How about you, Pat? How are you doing compared to last week? Are you much
Oh
better?
man, I'm way better.
Okay, you
I'm
sound
way better.
100% better.
Yes, I'm much. Last week was just, oh, last week was just horrible. But I'm back. Everything is everything again, and yeah, I'm ready to do this show. Even though it was a shitty week in wrestling, um, I'm ready to do the show. I think it's gonna be very good, very splendid, and all that good shit.
Yeah, I think we got a nice eventful week of wrestling. So I think it'll be good. We have a
Um,
good system, a good flow. I think I just saw Val post in WhatsApp something. Is she? Oh, she'll be
she
done.
said yeah, 15 minutes or so.
Okay, cool. So we'll start our like intro when she knows to jump
Yeah.
in when she can. Um, but yeah. I mean, just trying to get through the holiday season. Within
Oh
retail and
man,
working
I
retail,
am
it's ugh. I'm
I
over it
am
already.
so yeah, I'm so ready for the holidays to be over with all the Christmas shopping
Ugh,
and
yes.
things of that nature. And I'm trying to be responsible and not buy too much for myself. But yeah. So
It is kind of challenging because there's
I'm
some
I'm
good
just
shit, and it's kind of a pain to shop for people too. Like everybody has everything now,
yeah.
so it takes away the specialty of giving somebody a gift.
Yeah, it's just definitely gift cards now.
Yes.
It's kind of like, here, and then old people, I just get them a pair of socks. They love socks for some
Hey,
reason. So
I kind of, as I mature in life, I'm really into socks myself. So
hey, ain't nothing wrong with socks.
I will take a
Nothing wrong with that.
nice thermal, thickly
Oh
lined
yes,
sock where my feetsies don't get cold, but not too hot where they're sweating and I'm uncomfortable all
a
day.
thick
So,
boy pair. I get
oh
it.
yeah, THICC kind of pair. Yes.
A thick pair. Yes, yes, indeedy. All right.
Love
I
it.
am.
How do
Holy
we
moly.
sound?
Pat, your new mic sounds awesome. What kind of mic is it?
It is a MXL V67. It was very cheap. I think it was like $70, something like that. And yeah, yeah, I got the whole mic stand thingy, the whole
Oh,
shindig
that's a
going
beautiful
on.
mic.
Yeah, I'm just
Is it
yeah,
green?
I'm
It's green
yeah,
and
it's a
gold.
green
Oh,
and
that looks
gold.
beautiful.
Yes.
But Danielle, look at this.
Yeah,
That's
it's
like a
Oh yeah,
that's like a 1940s
I like those
Art
colors.
Deco. That's beautiful. It's
yeah,
is it
yeah.
a unidirectional or omnidirectional?
Uni, and I
Nice.
have it
That's
going
perfect.
through my audio interface, and I guess it does the job right now. I just need to, after listening to the last 4 episodes or so, I'm just like, yeah, I need to get another mic.
That's
But
beautiful. No, that's
I
nice, man.
got everything back together and everything's good, and yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll.
Definitely take a picture of your setup if you can later.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like it's
Yeah.
literally nothing. It's just my just a laptop. Matter of fact, I'll do it now. I'll
All
do it
right.
now
take
without
a
doing shit.
take a artsy as fuck kind of picture so we can and put it in the WhatsApp, and then I can upload it to our IG and hashtag it and shit
Oh,
because it looks
I don't.
cool.
I
So
don't know how
let's.
artsy I can get it to be. All right, I'll try something. Let's see.
I'm all about angles and stuff like that, so we'll make it
Yeah,
work.
I'm in my guest room, so I'm going to. All right, I'm gonna try to. Oh no, you can't even see the mic because it. Yeah, yeah, I'm into angles and shit.
I can't hear anything you're saying.
All right. Oh, hold on, give me 1 second.
Because he's doing it for the gram.
Doing it for the gram. Let's see how that turns out. I guess it looks all right. I don't know. All right. Oh, the WhatsApp. Yeah. Oh, I gotta move my mic back over here. I just can't have it just wherever.
Yeah, we need to
do-
hear
do-
your pristine voice.
yeah. Okay. And just get the bullshit out the way. Um, actually, you know what?
We are
I don't like
Are
this
we
picture
ready?
'cause-
Oh yeah.
yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm
All right.
ready. Are you ready? Ready? La la
Right,
la
right,
la la la
right.
la la. Okay.
We are live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Scheduled for One Fall. I am Patrick alongside La Flama Blanca and Black Market Ivan. Val is still at work. She will join us. Matter of fact, that was Simon,
Hey.
aka Black Market Ivan, just texting me, even though we're on the podcast right now. Yeah, Val she'll join us in a second. Before I start, shout out to Two Juice. I know he was complaining about me being very low. I have answered your demand. I should sound better this week. And yeah, so how are you doing, Mrs.? I was about to call you Mr. La Flama Blanca.
I mean, I'm gender fluid, I guess. So you could call me they, Mr., Miss, Mrs., whatever sounds natural. I'll respond to everything. I'm doing quite well.
I'm glad to hear that.
Thank you.
And how about yourself, Mr. Black Market Ivan?
Same. I'm excited to have Danielle talk about these drinks in front of us, but a lot of I've been drinking a lot this week, and
Oh, that's great.
I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep this train rolling.
That's great. I need for both of you guys to drink for me, seeing that I am dry. Like I have nothing to drink, and I don't even got water. Like I'm dying right now. So
I don't think you even have smoke in your system right now.
no, I don't. No devil's lettuce. I am completely like, with Christmas shopping coming up, I have to, put some of the green stash into, gift cards and socks for old people. And little wrestling shit. I've been trying to like get my neck beard game together. So I'm gonna start buying like wrestling related shit. And gotta prepare for Warrior Wrestling 3 in January. So, excited about that. So yeah, like I'm completely sober, completely nothing in my system. And I hope I can get through the show without any drugs or alcohol.
I don't know if I like this.
I know. I don't.
I think we should reschedule the whole show.
I feel. Yeah, rescheduled
is
for
just
one
something
fall.
Christmas.
Rescheduled for one fall.
Rescheduled for a fall.
Yeah.
We'll work it out.
Then Val's gonna
Yeah.
be completely sober because she's coming off of work.
So that just means
I don't know,
we have to
guys.
pick up the slack for.
Open them up. Open them up. What you got?
Well, you know what?
Actually, you can crack him open because
Well, Pat, the host. What were you gonna say?
Nothing. No, I was just gonna say I was just gonna get a bottle of rubbing alcohol and I'll join you guys. Like,
Oh
fuck it.
no! Please don't. Please, that just
Rubbing
makes
alcohol
me
or some
wanna-
mouthwash.
Bleh! Bleh!
I was trying to think of like a jingle for like open them up, open them up. You know, every time we want to open the drinks up. All right, Danielle, open them up. What you got? Well, tell us what you got.
Well, I'm
Tell
gonna
us
have
what you
you
got.
crack because I got a story to
All right, you wanna-
spin for you.
All right, here I'm gonna crack it first so I can drink while you tell a story. So
Okay.
listen to this. What do they say in Germany? Say what's a word besides nine?
Scheiße?
Scheiße,
Which is pretty much like
Scheiße.
shit in German.
Listen. Oh, Scheiße.
Ooh. Here, the pour. I don't know if you can hear. I can't hear that.
It's
pour.
going. Blip, 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 blip.
So
Okay.
what Mr. Black Market Ivan is pouring is a Bavarian beverage called Weihenstephaner. I'm supposed to
Oh.
say a lot faster, but my German's kind of rusty, so there's going to be a couple German words within the next few minutes. So bear with me, fellow listeners. We're going to be celebrating today because today is Krampus Day, or as Americans would say, Krampus, or also known as St. Nicholas Day. Have you both heard of this holiday? Or is this
Nope.
like a European thing?
Gotta
I've
be.
just seen the movie Krampus.
Okay, well, Krampus is a German based holiday that is based off a folklore of pretty much, he's known as the anti Santa. Let's just say that. So, Krampus is a German word for claw or giddy child murderer.
Oh, that escalated quickly.
Oh, it's gonna get, you guys are gonna enjoy this story as much as I love this character. He was born out of the 12th century pre-Christian pagan tradition and has been described as what I'm gonna coin on all my social media profiles as a boozy, goat-horned menace that whips children around Europe. I thought that was a nice, lovely slogan, and I'm going to attach that to my name everywhere it is on the internet. Krampus can be identified by his matted black hair, devil-like horns, extremely long tongue, and cloven hooves.
Yeah.
He also carries a large wicker basket on his back that's filled with thorny birch sticks. So, Krampus is kind of like so Krampus and Saint Nicholas kind of go hand in hand, like a yin and yang type of deal. I was reading on this whole day, and pretty much it's like a team of emotional torture. That's what it pretty much is about. So if in Germany, if you were a good child, you of course were given, like, you would get gifts. You would get like clementines and treats and sweets. But if you were a not good child, you were whipped raw right to the edge of death by Krampus' unrelenting birch sticks.
That's wild.
Oh, wait. I got a couple more fun facts, and then we can move on to the rest of the show. Krampus enjoys ripping pigtails out, leading children off cliffs, sadistic ear pulling, putting preteens in shackles, and drowning children to death in ink. And then
In ink?
And then fishing out the corpses with a pitchfork.
I mean, where do you even get that much ink?
Well, the Germans, they know what's up. They know how to just, strike fear in their youth. So, in honor of this beautiful holiday, in a very horrific way, I picked us up some German beer, some German treats that I'm gonna guess how to pronounce this. I posted a picture on the gram, and
on the gram,
it's I would say Pilafenerosi. I'm not accenting that right. Pilfen.
Pfeffernuss.
Penfernus.
Pfeffernuss.
So it's kind of like a ginger cookie pastry situation that I'm going to be snacking on and drinking during the show.
Iced gingerbread cookies. It says.
Interesting.
Maybe you said that already.
I don't think I was in that explicit.
Three
but thank you.
pieces, 120 calories. Let's do it.
Oh shoot!
All right.
So that's happy Krampus Day or happy Krampus Day, depending on where you're at.
Yes.
Cool. All
Yes.
right. Well,
Happy. Yeah.
cheers.
Yeah. Cheers. Yeah.
Cheers.
Clink.
Okay, so this tastes good. It's definitely like a pilsner. It tastes like I don't know. It's pretty. It's a beer. It's definitely beer.
Are you insulting my
No, no, no,
beverage
no.
choice?
No, no. I mean, I guess all beer is really inspired by German beer, right? Like it's all like
I like
is it
German
like
and
beer
Ireland.
like a German like a European thing?
And well, Belgium is I thought had about a very large lager scene.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Hopefully, I don't get drowned in ink from if I drink enough of this. So
Hey, Krampus is going to be hunting us all down today, okay? Because I think we're all on the naughty list, and we're, to my excitement, going to get whipped with thorny birch sticks.
I'm gonna take a bite of this iced gingerbread cookie.
Is that too? Is that
Oh,
for a
oh
different
my
show,
god!
different podcast, maybe?
Yeah.
Oopsies.
Oh, see that? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Mm.
wonderful.
What do you think of my ginger cookie?
Hey.
It's a white. It's a white little soft ball, and it's very creamy. It's delicious.
Are we still talking about cookies?
Oh,
No. We're talking about wrestling. We're talking about wrestling.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well,
Holy moly.
All right, Danielle. Thank you.
you're
Thank you
welcome.
for that. And I guarantee nobody that turned this podcast on expected to hear about a horned demon from Germany.
No, a boozy goat goat headed German
I'd
folklore.
party with him. I'd party with him. Right? Would you party with him?
Oh, well, completely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'd party with him.
He's we're like BFFs, you know. That's why I love this holiday so much.
This is all new to me because I'm black, and
Well, look,
you
okay,
know, black
Patrick,
people don't.
Black
I've
people
taught
don't
you
celebrate
about.
things that whip other things for pleasure.
Oh my.
Oh,
I'm
Whoa.
saying it's
That's-
true.
But okay,
If I were
the
okay,
context.
Danielle,
Okay,
Danielle,
he's
if you were black,
Krampus whips children, and I'm all about whipping children. Okay.
all right, all right, hold on. Let's say Danielle, you were black instead, right? And I came over to your house and I met your parents and everything, and we had like your grandmother and grandfather and everyone's sitting around, and I'm like, they're like, so Simon, what are you? How was your day? And I'm like, oh, Mr. and Mrs. Well, they wouldn't be called Psycha, but let's say they were. Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Psycha. Today's Krampus Day, and they're like, oh, what's that, Simon? And I'm like, oh, it's
But
this.
my
It's
people
this.
know what
it's-
Krampus Day is.
If you were black instead of Polish. I'm
Oh,
saying.
okay. I
An
forgot
American
about that. I'm
black
drunk
family.
already.
And I was like, yeah, Krampus. Oh, it's fascinating. It's this really cool demon that like whips kids, just whips everybody. It's really amazing. Do you understand the glares, the things that would be thrown at me? They'd be like, get this. Not white boy, but what would they call me? I don't know. We get this, idiot out of our house, out of our home for
Yeah.
celebrating such a holiday. But yeah, it's kind of different when you look at it through the lens of our country. you
Yeah,
know?
but we here at Schedule for One Fall HQ are all about embracing
Different
the
cultures.
morbid side of life and the morbid
Yes.
storytelling of the world. So
Yeah.
I thought it was fitting and compelling. And I believe our listeners are on my side when it comes to this.
No, I agree. I think that's awesome.
You know.
Yeah, all the
think-
naked beards. They don't give a fuck about what me and Black Market I even talk about. Really, to be honest, they
They
don't
just
give a
want to hear
shit.
me talk about my ginger cookies. Okay.
Pat, what's the no? Danielle, thank you. I think it's amazing. I did not know this was even a holiday. Pat, what has there ever been anything on Twitter that neckbeards have listened to our show and been like, you guys were wrong?
More not on Twitter, but more on Facebook. I know I've posted the link in a couple wrestling groups, and that I'm kind of at the end, and I've come to verbal disagreements with some people, but I can't think of any off the top. But I've definitely ran into like a couple fucking versions on Facebook, but
You know,
wrestling fans are a gift and a curse. Like
mm,
I love being around them. Like, out of the last two shows I went to, All In and Warrior Wrestling, like all the fans were amazing. But then you got the few, that, obviously yell like show your tits, or, those guys, and or the Enzo Amore fans and shit like that. And yeah, man, it just makes it so hard, man. And I've been trying to open up my arms and welcome, new guys that are fellow wrestling fans like me, but it's hard, man. It's really hard. It's ah
well,
it almost, I don't even want to talk about it no more because I don't want to be depressed like last week. I want to keep my spirits up. So
well,
fuck those neck beards.
well,
But
but before I'm just glancing over at the quick news hits,
yeah.
and I think the next piece of information is still kind of depressing, Pat. What is it I'm reading here?
oh yeah. All right. Well, so yeah, let's go to some quick news hits. In the case that Val joins us, why don't we start with you, Pat? What quick news hits do you have?
We have the technology to add
It costs money,
those.
Pat. All these sound effects cost money. It costs man hours to sit there and put the
That
sound
is
effect.
true. Like,
It
yeah,
costs.
if you know what, actually, if you just did every sound effect, I wouldn't have to put it in post production. Just fuck it.
Just
We'll
tell
just
me
do
on
that.
the fly. I will have sound effects for everything, and they'll be the same. They'll be consistent sound effects every week.
Okay. So there's a rumor going around that they're going to limit Nia Jax or change her move set after injuring Becky Lynch. I know last night on Twitter, Amber Big Pants Moon, um,
What? Big
her
pan.
her husband, yeah, her pants. Oh my god! If I can find it, I'll put a picture in
No,
the chat if
some
I can
jeans.
find them.
Some jeans.
I like
Her
high waisted jeans. What is? Are you guys insulting
No,
me?
these are like Jerry Seinfeld jeans.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, like they're yeah, yeah. Anywho, um, Amber Big Pants Harry Potter Moon, her her husband posted a tweet last night, but he since then deleted it. He said something to the extent of I hope that big moron doesn't injure my wife again.
Ooh, no, he did not.
Yeah, yeah. It's been since deleted, but yeah, the rumor is they're going to limit Nia Jax moves. Like, I guess some people have been complaining, and it's going to be interesting to see because she's related to The Rock, so it's kind of like she can kind of do what she want a little bit, and has a little pull, but I don't. What the fuck is she going to do? Just a Samoan drop? Like what?
Yeah.
What? I mean, she doesn't have that many moves to begin with. So,
Springboard 450 plancha. She could do
oh man, that would be crazy if she did.
Pele kick. Maybe Pele kick.
Yeah. Oh man, dude, Nia Jax doing a Pele kick will be incredible, or a Phoenix Splash.
Yeah,
I'll be for it. She'll be.
You know
Yes,
what sucks is like her she's a fucking powerhouse. So
hmm
the point of her is to take these little girls and whip them around the ring. Like that's why
Yeah.
she's there. She's there to represent a different demographic of wrestling fans, wrestling women fans. So if
Mm,
they do fuck with this, it's gonna suck.
You
yeah.
know,
They're pretty much just gonna write her off the show. This is what it's the
Oh
snowball
no,
effect.
they're gonna do the same shit they do with every excuse me, everybody that gets injured. Like so fucking cleared. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have Nia Jax be the fucking uh general manager assistant or something. I don't know. Like it's sad. Because you know I do enjoy Nia Jax. I don't like her as a heel, but I do enjoy her. And obviously what she did was a honest mistake. It wasn't like it was fucking
Yeah, she didn't
you know,
go
on
blatantly
purpose.
like, "Oh, I'm gonna break your face, girl." Like she didn't do that. Like,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
part of the
So
in the moment. It's
yeah, so
wrestling. What do you expect?
But look at when was it Sammy Callahan hit, was it Eddie Edwards with the
Eddie,
bat by
yeah,
mistake?
Eddie Edwards,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
And they leaned so deep into it that it made Sammy Callahan this very sought after heel. People loved it. Now I know WWE can't lean into it because they've got, the concussion anti-concussion commission, and they're like, no, 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 we're taking it seriously. We don't actually want anyone to hurt anyone, so they can't lean into it for storyline's sake. But they could have, they could have been like, wow, they could have had Nia Jax saying, wow, she couldn't take that. I wasn't even trying hard to knock her out. You know what I mean? Like they could have really made her the most hated woman in
right,
wrestling.
right.
Instead, they're gonna neuter her. So I think what we need to do, guys, is every week we need a new segment. Every week we're gonna give the breaking news of what new move Nia Jax has added to her repertoire. So I'm gonna
Dude,
announce today, December 6th, 2018, on season 2, episode 10, that Nia Jax officially is debuting this coming week the corkscrew 630-degree senton. In
that
this
you know
version,
My
the
God.
wrestler facing away from the ring on the top turnbuckle performs a 180-degree mid-air turn while executing the maneuver. So
That would
the
be amazing to see her do
corkscrew 630 senton. So congratulations, Nia Jax. I can't wait to see the movie.
that.
that would be crazy. That would be
Oh,
crazy.
goodness
So,
gracious.
Miss La Flama Blanca, what news do you have for us?
Well, this just we knew something was up with War Raiders after War Games happened, but the official news wasn't broken until yesterday on NXT. And that's one half of War Raiders having Hansen had suffered broken ribs, a ruptured spleen,
Oh, I don't
and
even know what that
torn
is.
and what?
I don't even know what a spleen is, but damn.
Oh my goodness. And torn ligaments during the match. So as for how long they will not be on air or just on any live event or show
That's
will
crazy.
to be
Like
determined kind of thing. But that's fucked up. I mean, that match was pretty brutal. So it makes sense as to that being a reason why they're not going to be seen.
Hmm.
But yeah, so thoughts and prayers out to a quick recovery because that just fucking
definitely.
sucks, especially when they had, some steam going after that match. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted.
That
What
is
about
crazy. Thank you.
what about you, Black Market Ivan? What did you find out this week?
Well, um, I've got. Sorry, I was getting something prepared here. Uh, this is pretty cool. I think I might have like a little bit of ECW news every week because it's kind of coming out of the woodwork. You've got a huge photo op, kind of a meet and greet this Saturday at the old ECW arena. I think it's just some like banquet hall now, where Mikey Whipwreck, the Sandman, Justin Credible, Shane Douglas, and Jerry Lynn are all going to have a reunion there under the roof of the old ECW arena, and where you can pay a few bucks, take some pictures, hang out, chat, and obviously you've got Whipwreck and Lynn, with their new podcast. But I
Yeah.
think that's huge. And have you had a chance to listen to that
No,
podcast,
I
Pat?
was about to ask you like did it start yet?
It was supposed to start on Halloween. I think it was called some front 5-star material or
You know
something.
what? I want to look it up right now
Yeah,
while
look, it's
we're
got to be out. It's
talking.
got to be out. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
listen to it tomorrow. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I they should do that all over the country. They'll make lots of money. I can't imagine what else they're doing right now. Uh, I don't know if you've seen, once again, just incredible. Okay, he's probably still in better shape than I am, but man, the last time I saw a picture of just incredible, man, he just looked like he went the route of Big Cass. Like
Just
he was
said
just
fuck it.
yeah. He said I'm done.
Okay,
I'm
so I just found the podcast. It's called Front Row Material,
oh, okay.
and the last episode was called Camel Toe.
Oh,
So
Is
I'm
it gonna be
definitely going
that
to
good?
subscribe to that right now.
Front row material. Okay, subscribing now. So I think with that, that ends the news show. So I'm going to hit this button.
Top
That
quality
sucks.
sound effects here.
That sucks.
Why
Would you guys go to a ECW meet and greet?
I would.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
we're wrestling fans. We're neckbeards.
Yes.
Minus Danielle. Like
I'm
she's not a
a neck beard
neckbeard.
without actually having
Yeah.
any beard,
What?
if
What's?
that makes
What,
sense.
Bliss.
let me ask you guys something. So okay, back in the ECW days, the peak of ECW's popularity, the fans would be yelling "Show your tits," and they would be cursing, and they would be calling people homophobic slurs and stuff, and that was our era. Now it's everyone, like you said, dressing up like Kevin Owens and saying you can't wrestle to people in the ring. What's worse, neckbeards now, or like what? I don't even know what was a worst human being.
Oh, back then,
Back
well,
then, yeah,
as
by
a
far.
But
woman, I definitely as a woman and as a fan and being a little girl loving
Mm.
wrestling and hearing that,
Mm.
absolutely, I would say back then was worse. And
True.
how, and the as we've addressed, the marks out there can be ignorant, if we want to use that word. So I think we are in a better world when it comes to just a more equal respect, even though there's still that shit that we hear. So I
Yeah,
think back then was still a lot worse than what it is now.
definitely. Like I've heard some.
I'm sorry.
What?
I pushed a button.
What?
I have the soundboard.
What is happening?
I pushed a button that said "I believe I can fly," and I didn't realize it would play the whole song.
Wow. Okay. I mean, R. Kelly.
Danielle just said such a like she dropped such a truth bomb on us that I thought that song would be appropriate. I'm sorry, Pat.
But
I'm
R.
just trying to
Kelly,
save you money.
he likes to piss on little girls and shit like that. So I mean, we don't know for sure, I guess, right?
Oh no, we know. We've seen footage.
What do you think will happen if I push the button that says "Thug Life"?
I'm just gonna imagine either Tupac or Enzo Amore.
Okay,
Snoop?
that's not even
What?
that doesn't make sense.
What?
Okay. Anyways, where the hell's Val Capone?
She is running late. Check the WhatsApp.
She must have just put it on there right now.
Oh
Damn
my
it.
goodness gracious.
Okay, so she's working at Pro Wrestling Tees, putting stuff in boxes, sending them to all these marks. I don't know how many Kevin Owens shirts she packed up today. So guys, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna say, guys, let's board the plane,
Oh,
and
boy.
while we're boarding the plane, you're like, oh, this plane is nice. It's clean. It's air conditioned. It has good music happening. I don't know why this is, and you're like, Simon,
It's my favorite song.
where are we going? I'm like, guys, Pat, Danielle, not Val, because she's taking too damn long. We're gonna go to Japan. We're gonna go to Japan because there are 2 nights left in the New Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag League, and today we had a show. There are 2 more nights, and then that's it. There will be a winning team decided to participate at Wrestle Kingdom. But hold on.
Hold
What
on.
the?
Get on
What?
Plane. Hold on, pilot. Hold on, captain. Do not close the door. Val is coming. Val, get the hell. The plane is leaving.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
We're gonna miss our 14-hour flight to
Get in the
Japan.
plane. Come on. Get in.
Oh yes, careless whisper.
All right.
What the fuck?
Hey, now we all can board and get together. The SFOF gang.
Here's the SFOX.
It sounds like Val's walking in a hurricane.
It does.
No,
Is it raining out there?
I'm walking down an alley.
That's even better.
That explains the rain sound. Val, what do you know about Krampus?
Oh, it's fucking Satan's version of Santa Claus.
See, I knew she would know. It's some white people shit.
Oh,
I knew
there
she
it
would
is.
know.
Hey, but
Well,
Patrick,
it's isn't
I make it a point to educate you on the European culture
Mm.
every episode.
well,
Well,
isn't it also Krampus?
Well, it's tech in
I said
America
it
we
wrong.
say Krampus, but it's actually pronounced Krampus. So they like more of like a kh.
Oh yeah, because it's the fifth night of Hanukkah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, our fellow Jewish gal on the show. So I'm the only
I'm
Jewish
about to
gal
say
on the
fellow,
show.
maybe the only.
I was like,
I know
that's cool, bro.
I had to, let me reel myself back in there. So happy mid Hanukkah weekish.
Yeah, it's almost done, but I appreciate,
Mazel tov.
Val, have you ever served Weich Weichheim Stefaner beer?
N-
Weichheim
You'd say
no.
Premium Havericum.
I don't even know what you're
Uh,
saying.
Krampus beer. Okay,
Oh,
so,
okay.
so Val, because there is a lot of noise on your end, what do you want to say real quick before we get on New Japan, and then we'll probably have you mute until you're settled in somewhere.
Yeah, I'm trying to just get in my car, and I'm gonna mute in about a second. I don't know what did you guys start with?
Oh, what a news! You got a news hit? Any news hit? We talked about Nia Jax debuting a new move set. We talked about War Raiders getting injured. We talked about ECW meet and greet. What quick news hit do you have for us?
Oh, fuck. I was talking about, I've been talking about wrestling all day long, so I feel like my brain is I should have saved shit for the show.
All right. That's all right. Just know that we are debuting a new segment in which we talk about what new move Nia Jax is going to have now that they're limiting her new move set. And I don't know if you know this, but they debuted the information of her new move. She is going to perform the corkscrew 630 senton next week. Every
Oh
week we're going
man, I
to.
sure hope so. It's 6:30. Did she learn that from like Mustafa Ali?
I don't know
Yeah.
why we
Oh
haven't
yeah.
seen it, but probably. Yeah, probably haven't seen
Because
it.
he's been practicing at the Freelance Wrestling Academy. It's pretty cool.
Oh,
Yeah, I
nice
saw
shit.
that. Yeah, like that's really dope. He's definitely been there helping out with the training.
Yeah, it's awesome. And watching GPA and Laney Luck get their cuts in with him, it's pretty cool. It's awesome to see. Geez, I can tell you that I have cut hundreds, if not thousands, at this point of Bullet Club and New Japan related heat transfers. Is that news? No, that's not news to anybody except for my brain that's like buzzing right now.
Well, tell us about your experience. So you're doing some temporary gigs at Pro Wrestling Tees.
Yeah, I ran into Matt Nix, he's marvelous Matt Nix. He's part of the 4-Star Heroes, and he's the head honcho over at Freelance Wrestling, and I happened to see him, and he looked all brain fried, and I was like, "Oh, dude, are you okay?" He's like, "We've just been working so many days in a row." And I said, "It's not baseball season, right?" And he's like, "Yes, I know that. Why?" And I was like, "Because that means I'm unemployed right now. It's fun employment season. I only work at Nisei and Flatiron on Saturdays, so I have like Monday through Friday free, and I can only go to the gym for so many hours before I'm either A, gonna break something, or B, break something. So if you need help, let me know." And he's like, "Yeah, come on in." So everybody at Pro Wrestling Tees has been super rad, and you know, I spent the whole day packing up all the t-shirts and everything. And I keep sending you guys on our private chat. I keep sending you the cool shirts and the shirts that
Yeah,
I'm confused by, but there's some pretty rad ones,
I
So
like that Shockmaster one.
are
Yeah.
you telling me you are going to what's the word we use on the show? Acquire said material Bullet Club material for the show?
Victimless crime.
I would like to work here anytime they need the extra help because they're actually really fun. I will tell you though that I guess you could call it warehouse manager. I don't really know what his official title is, but one of the dudes that works there, he was like, "Hey, give this to your niece or nephew or someone that isn't you." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Mhm.
They are really, really good about quality control. And there was a youth medium that like when the when something got screened, it wasn't perfect. And Pro Wrestling Tees wants to give you, you know, no imperfections because people spend a lot of money on their shit, you know?
Mm.
And so they gave me a youth medium super elite cart shirt, which I thought was funny because A, like I'm not going to cut the sleeves off and wear it anyway, duh. And B, we were talking about our favorite wrestling video games. So I thought it was really funny that that's the first piece of swag that they gave me since I started, you know, as temp girl there. I've been working there for a couple weeks now, just filling in hours whenever I have extra free time and stuff. And it's a youth medium, and it's definitely a youth medium, but that don't mean my 200 pounds of love ass ain't gonna squeeze into it just to prove a point. But
But you just cut the sleeves off. It's good. It's all good. It's
yeah,
all good.
absolutely. But yeah, so that's I guess my news. It's not actual wrestling news, but here's some news. Support prowrestlingtees.com because they're awesome. And I packed a lot of shirts of a lot of independent wrestlers, and every time I did, it made me really happy because I knew that they were like able to live out their dream because of places like prowrestlingtees.com. You know.
Nice.
Very cool.
And I'm super heartbroken, but it's probably for the best because I'd like to continue to be employed there whenever I have free time. But Snack, by the way, is his new name. Snack Baber Jr.
Oh my
is actually going to
lord.
be
Ooh,
there
I like
next
that.
week.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you working that day?
No, dude, I'm in fucking House of the Mouse. I'm in Disney
Oh,
World.
that's right.
Next week?
I mean, there's worse places I could be, right? But no,
True,
he's
but
Wait, you're
Baber
gonna be
Jr.?
you're gonna be Disney next week,
yeah.
and in 3 weeks after that for your birthday.
Yep.
What's up with that?
So it kind of happened by accident. I go with a crew from St. Louis, and we went last year, the first week after baseball season had ended. And so we were like, we should do this every year. This was really fun. And let's just take like, you know, the second week in November, go for 5 days and just have fun. There's a married couple, my buddy Star Spangled Hammer. He's an announcer in
Hold on,
St.
what?
Louis.
What's his name?
Star Spangled Hammer.
You
That's
know
like
what? That
some
sounds
white
like a
people
porn.
shit.
That's like a porn name. Star Spangled Hammer.
So his penis has red, white, and blue tattoos?
I'm confused by
No,
that.
he jizzes stars.
Oh
This
my
is all
god.
weird.
Oh my god.
But anyway,
Hammer is definitely a dick reference.
So Hammer's friends who are awesome, Francis and Beth, they are amazing, and they have a 3-year-old daughter, Lily, who is rad. And I'm not like a crazy kid person, like I'm not really that into kids. She's really fucking cool. And so the 5 of us went last year, and we had a really good time. So we were like, this is like the Disney Dream Team. We should do it again, same time next year. So I was all into it, but then everybody was only available to go this week. So I was like, oh shit, okay, well, I guess I'm going twice in a month. That's crazy. But, you know, it is I'm not going to not go for my 40th birthday, and I don't want to miss out on this really fun friends trip that we have now. So, yeah. So anyway, Snack Baber Jr. is going to be stopping by PWT because you guys might want to sign up for WrestleCrate if you haven't already, because there might be something really cool coming from him. Just saying.
Interesting.
Anything from Snack Baber Jr. I'll take it. Give me his crate.
Is he still injured?
I don't think so. I'm not sure, or maybe he is, and that's why he's able to come to town. But I think he's okay. I think he's got some shows here stateside. I think, but he's not in Chicago. He doesn't have any shows, unfortunately. Otherwise, I probably would be like, sorry, I'm not going to Disney. But yeah. So yeah, Snack Baber Jr. It's gonna be in town next week while I'm out of town. And they were like, oh yeah, we planned that on purpose. I was like, come on. I've only worked here a couple weeks. You can't know that I'm totally a psycho for him. And they're like, yeah, you've only worked here a couple weeks, but you've worn the Be Kind to Animals or I'll armbar you shirt like 7 times. I'm like, okay, only twice, but still.
That is what's up.
I was looking at Simon Grimm's Instagram page, formerly known as Simon Gotch.
Right.
And he just debuted some weird shirt. And I'm not trying to make a political statement, but it's a picture of him like choking out like a really, really obese looking Donald Trump caricature. I don't know. It's just very strange choice of
there
art.
Any words? Like,
I didn't see. I think his name is on the front, and then it's just him and back, violently choking out our commander in chief. But I just think it looks weird.
Hey, he's just trying to represent members of the Hall of Fame. So, our unfortunately 45 is in the celebrity wing of the WWE Hall of Fame. So, he has a wrestling tie. Like that picture of everybody in the Oval Office, and it's like Stone Cold Steve Austin is stunned 65% of the people in this room right now. It's like the greatest picture ever. And the only people who have not been stunned by Stone Cold are the children that are in the photo. It's like all the McMahons, like Linda and Vince and Shane and Stephanie and Hunter Hearst Helmsley. And I forget Shane's wife's name, but they've been dating since high school, whatever. Like all them and their kids, and the only people in the picture that have not been stunned by Stone Cold are the children. So I feel like that's pretty good.
Still time. It's definitely still time.
Somehow Izzy hasn't.
First of all, we've been on this fucking runway to go to Japan for a minute. Are we going to Japan? Are we going? Are we going?
All right, I mean, if you guys are ready, we can walk back onto the plane. They're waiting for us.
Yes, but I need to hear the music first.
So I'm gonna mute it. I'm gonna mute so that way I don't get us kicked off the plane before we even board.
Okay.
Is everybody cool with that?
All right, Val. We'll
Oh
say
God.
seat. Moshi moshi.
That
It
is
was not
fucking
racist.
racist.
That is not
That
racist.
was
That is
fucking
what they would
racist.
say as you
Pat
board
is
the
right
plane.
on that. Okay.
New Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag League Thursday, December 6, 2018 in Yamagata Big Wing.
What?
That's the name of the arena, the Yamagata Big Wing.
What language is that?
Yeah.
What?
Honey, get the tickets for the Yamagata Big Wing.
Oh my God, I gotta go. Mute.
I gotta stand up. I got a big old Krampus in the old,
In the bang wang.
the old Bing Wing.
Okay, I'm reading this shit. Y'all are great.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to take a look at good old Snack Baby Jr. He's out there. All right. I don't know what I'm imitating anymore, okay? It's been a long year. This is not the penultimate, but the pre-penultimate show of the World Tag League tournament that's been going on for over a month now. We had a few matches, and I'm going to give you some current standings. Okay, guys? We had Toru Yano and Tomohiro Ishii defeating the young boys that one day will ascend to greatness, Shota Umino and Ayato Yoshida. Then we had Jeff Cobb and Michael Elgin.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yep, Michael Elgin.
Never mind. Yeah.
Redacted.
Defeating Manabu Nakanishi and Yuji Nagata. Then we had Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Lance Archer, Killer Elite Squad, defeating Yujiro Takahashi and Hangman Page. Taichi and Snack Baber Jr., I guess he's not injured, never mind, defeated David Finley. You know what? I was thinking of I was thinking of Will Ospreay, Val.
Oh yeah, Will Ospreay is actually supposedly cleared to wrestle, or at least he's being advertised. Him versus Pac, I guess, which is formerly known as Neville, formerly known as Pac. They are wrestling against each other, and the pre-sale sold out in the quickest time ever in the history of space and time, or whatever. So.
Oh my god. Well, Taichi and Snack Jaber Jr. defeated David Finley and Juice Robinson. Then Satoshi Kojima and Hiroyoshi Tenzan defeated Toa Hinare and Togi Makabe. Then we had Sanada and quote-unquote King of Darkness Evil, representing LIJ, defeated Takashi Iizuka and Minoru Suzuki Capone. Chucky T and Beretta defeated Tangaloa and Tamatonga of Bullet Club, the new Bullet Club. Then we had a big old match here at the old Bag Wang. We had Ghetto, Taiji Ishimori, Bad Luck Fale, and Jay White, the new and improved Bullet Club, defeating Rocky Romero, Kushida, Kazuchika Okada, and Hiroshi Tanahashi, all representing Chaos. So here are the current standings, guys. Remember, there are 2 more nights left. The winning team will be inserted into the big tag team match at Wrestle Kingdom in mere weeks. Here are the current standings. With 0 points is the aforementioned young boys, Ayato Yoshida and Shota Umino. 0 points, 12 losses. Just kill yourself. You know what I mean? Kill yourself. Then we had 4 points, Yuji Nagata and Manabu Nakanishi. 2 wins, 10 losses. Then With 8 points, we've got three teams. We got Togi Makabe and Toa Hinari, Hiroyoshi Tenzin and Satoshi Kojima, and Hangman Page and Yujiro Takahashi, all with 8 points. With 10 points, we got Suzuki and Izuka. I'm sorry, Suzuki Capone and Izuka. 14 points, we got three teams. We got Robinson and Finley, Baber Jr. and Tai Chi, and the best friends, Chucky T and Beretta. 16 points, Elgin and Cobb. Four teams are at the top, guys. Four teams tied at the top. Ishii and Yano, Killer Elite Squad, Evil and Sonata, and God. So from those four teams, Viva Danielle!
Oh, you know, I'm all about Girls with Destiny.
Yeah?
God all the way.
Tamatonga, Tangaloa. Okay, Pat, what do you think is going to take it away in the next two nights from these four teams?
I'm gonna have to go with Danielle. Her answer. I was gonna go with the two motherfuckers in what's his name? Shingo?
Oh, LIJ, but yeah, there's
Yeah, Lij. Yeah, I changed my mind. I
Mhm.
changed my mind.
Yeah, so you think
I
GOD
changed
Val
my
from these four teams? Who do you think is going to take it away?
I have no idea. I'm actually doing something in my car right now, so I'm gonna mute again.
Hell no. Okay, I think I
Keep
would
both,
say
keep both hands
I
on the steering wheel.
I would say
Yeah, it's my I have to add transmission fluid. I was like, oh, I can't power steer right now. Yep, pulling over.
oh that's yeah,
That's not good.
yeah, that's Chicago.
Yep. Winter.
That's like Chicago stories. Hashtag Chicago stories.
All right, muting.
Um,
Bye.
I would say I think Evil and Sonata. Like I've said before, I think this is gonna 2019 is gonna be the year of Lij as the elite have phased out of New Japan almost entirely. Bullet Club is gonna be a whole new entity. You know, yeah, I think it's gonna be the Lij year. Cool, guys. So other than this, next week we'll be talking to you about the road to the Tokyo Dome, and then in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we're gonna have previews of Wrestle Kingdom. So, so guys, I would say thank you for flying Japan Air. It's been a pleasure. Moshi, and
You mean
and
you're flying back to Tampa? No, Full Sail, Florida, to visit me because I'm gonna bring you up to date on NXT.
well, since we're going to Florida, they decided to change up the music. So here we go. Bruh, bruh, bruh. All right, Danielle, take us away. Sound effects. I'm saving you money, Pat. Saving you money, Pat. It's all
Thank
about
you.
that money, Pat. It's all about that green, player. All right.
WWE NXT this past Wednesday, which was the 5th. Am I right? Yep, that was 5th. We start out that I'm talking about the main NXT show for all listening.
Not UK.
Not UK. So we open the night with Matt Riddle and Morrow coining the term the Puerto Rican powerhouse Punishment Martinez in a nice little match. That I'm sorry, I have to put this out here. Punishment Martinez has a Tama Tonga type of style and wrestling, and his music is really cool. I'm kind of all about this guy right now. But the whole match was obviously to push Matt Riddle's role, and it was good. It wasn't a squash match. Check it out.
Right.
After the match was over, Matt Riddle is exiting the ring, and the OG thick boy, bad boy, I should say, Cassius Ono, walks up right behind him and knocks him down with a thick forearm. That's another THICC forearm. Obviously, he has a problem with just everything happening in NXT. So we'll see what happens out of that. There was a little blip about Bianca Belair, who won a spot for the Fatal 4-Way at the next takeover. She is the first one to win a slot in that match. So I'm proud of her. Love her. We'll see what happens. Followed by a piss break match. Forgotten Sons, Cutler and Blake, defeat Humberto Carrillo and Raul Mendoza, which I like those two. You know, I Forgotten Sons, fuck them. I mean, sorry, I'm just over them, but piss break. I don't know. I haven't watched the network fully until today, and they started playing the TLC pay-per-view promo with the shittiest fucking music, like to the point where I muted halfway through it because it was cringe-worthy. So, TLC pay-per-view music and suck it. Then Shayna Baszler came out with the other two of the three horsewomen that are on NXT right now to face Dakota Kai. Of course, Shayna won. She's the champion. They're not going to have her lose to Dakota Kai out of all people. Come on. Not that I don't love the little Kiwi. I'm just, you know, Val, I know you're going to be with me on this. Like, I don't know why they keep pairing her up against these girls, and there's this like sexual angle situation where she just dominates them, and they're like in the ring with these like, oh my god, like making all these sounds, and it's just uncomfortable to watch. But
I feel like that's exactly why they do it.
Yeah, and it just, I don't know. Well, we'll see what happens. But obviously,
little Kiwi.
At the end of the match, Kai did put up a good fight, though. It was one where you're like, oh, is she gonna win? No way, But no, Shayna obviously kept her winning streak, and at the end of the match, all the gals started attacking Kai, and Mae Young Classics. Leo. I know. They say her name so fast, and I know I butcher everybody's name. So, y'all can correct me, but she. I'm trying to retain it. I'm trying to bear with me, everybody. But she came out for the save.
I think it's Io Shirai.
Oh, that's it. Yes. See, like I know it when I hear it, but right when I read it, I can't. I don't know. It's just, I'm dumb. Okay, moving on. So she came out to save little Kiwi, and everything was like happiness. And then the main event, which I have in quotations and a question mark because I really enjoyed the way they closed out NXT. So Ciampa comes out, claims to be NXT's MVP, which I think we all agree with that, and starts giving a promo about his status and how he is. And Mr. Aleister Black comes out, challenges him for the title. During mid-challenge, Johnny Wrestling then comes out, and then there's this whole yelling match for a good 4 minutes. And then Ciampa kind of slinks out of the ring and becomes like a hype man between Aleister Black and Johnny Badass by actually saying that to the crowd, and the crowd starts chanting it. It was a pretty interesting way to close out NXT. I found it very enjoyable. I think everybody should check it out. To the point where Ciampa was like, "Why don't you challenge him for in a cage match at Takeover?" And I didn't. It wasn't too clear about when this cage match is happening, but they closed it out with calling it the Christmas Carnage in a cage match, and I thought that was really clever. I like witty phrases. So
are Gargano and Ciampa buddies now, or what?
No,
or Ciampa just trying to get him in a situation where he's gonna fail.
Oh yeah, absolutely. How do heels work? They're gonna play with each other to get against each other down the line. So
now, what do you think of this turn of events?
Well, I mean, I thought it was great. I rewatched it today while I was cutting transfers, and I just thought it was awesome. Especially because Ciampa was being such a good heel. Ciampa was just egging him on, and Johnny comes out and he's like, "Al, we're not done," and then he's like, "Johnny Wrestling is dead, and I showed you mercy," and they're all like intense and. I'm a dude screaming in a microphone. No, I'm a dude screaming in a microphone. And then Ciampa was just kind of like poking that fire, poking the bear.
It was so nice. Like he was such a good
really
fucker. Good. Like I just loved watching him do that. It was good.
And then
worth it.
I thought it was also pretty great that Black went for the Black Mass and Gargano ducked it. So then Black was pissed and he just went, "Fuck it," and kicked Ciampa in the face with a black mask
Oh, yes.
at the very end. I thought it was great. I thought it was
And
really.
Ciampa, being the professional he is, he sold it so well. It
He
looked
always does.
legit. It was choice. So that was NXT USA. But guess what, guys? We're gonna hop on that plane again and take another 12-hour flight.
Shut off on the goddamn plane.
I gotta take a shit before we do all of that.
You gotta hold it in until we're at 30,000 feet in the air, okay? We're gonna hop on that plane from Full Sail, Orlando, and head on over to. They recorded Manchester. I don't know where they're recording. Okay. Let me just. I'm gonna need some help with this section because I watched this episode, or well, these 2 episodes, and it was kind of, at least on my side, the network set it up in a more confusing way. So I watched it technically in reverse, but I don't know. They split it up into 2 episodes, and apparently it's the same night. I don't know why they did it the way they did, but so I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna read off the results in the order you should watch the episode if you decide to watch it. Everyone follow?
Yes.
Buckle in. We start out the night in a not well mic'd arena. You could barely hear the crowd. You could barely hear the ring itself when they did their moves. So just gonna throw that out there. The Gallus team, which is the Coffee Brothers and Wolfgang, call out the Kiwi buzzsaw. So look at, there's another Kiwi in the company. Travis Banks, and they have this little dialogue, and then they go into the ring and start bidding up Travis Banks and Mustache Mountain, because I just had to talk about them because Thick Boy number 2 is in there, Trent Seven. So they have this little 3-on-3 scuffle that wasn't officially a match until later in the night. We're gonna move on from that. We follow it by another match with Fabian Eichner defeating Mark Andrews. Then the White Witch, Isla Dawn, defeated Nina Samuels. Then we have another match with Eddie Dennis defeating Tucker. And then we close out this segment with Jordan Devil defeating Flash Morgan Webster. So, night 2 or episode 2, however you want to look at it, we start out that episode with Joseph Connors defeating Dan Maloney. Hey, you guys, bear with me. I had a couple of drinks. What do you expect? Then there was a nice little segment that was a Guy Ritchie snatch moment. They're outside in the parking lot. It shows Mustache Mountain walking somewhere. And then Gallus all start yelling at them. And the way the camera angle shows both tag team partners, they zoom in on Johnny Saint's reaction, and he breaks up the fight in the streets. And he's like, handle it in the ring. And it was just, I like the filming style that NXT UK is doing. It is very different from the US show, which is good. That's what you want. You want to bring something different to the table, and they are doing that. Next match is Dave Mastiff, that big old boy, defeating the Wild Boar, Mike Hitchman. And then Ligero defeating Tyson T-Bone. And then my favorite part of both episodes was the Rhea Ripley defeating a jobber / she's not really a jobber, called Candy Floss.
Candy Floss?
Yes.
Candy Floss. That means cotton candy in the UK. It's like cotton candy. And she was all like pink and blue, and she had like long, pretty pink hair, and she was really cute. And by the way, can they please stop calling Rhea the fucking mosh pit kid? All right, I'm going back to mute. That's all I got to say. That's her fucking nickname.
What I will say, I was super happy because ever since I was introduced to her, I said from the first time I saw her, I'm like, man, she's the female version of Pete Dunne. And the crowd was chanting Bruiserweight when she was in the ring. And I, in my apartment, was just screaming of like excitement because I'm like, yes, see, I'm not the only person who sees that
I want
in
to
her
see her
character.
versus Pete Dunne or tag with Pete Dunne.
Anything with them two, it's just it's
So
fitting. It's a
orbiting.
perfect
Yeah.
pair. But yeah, I think Nigel was very descriptive about pointing out that candy floss means cotton candy over there. He had a little like moment of kind of he throwing some shade at the Americans is how he worded it, or at the North American
Mm,
culture, not knowing what candy floss was, which
mm.
I
Well,
found that very amusing. I'm like, thank you, because I
it
didn't know and you educated me.
it was funny, but I also thought that they were trying so hard to tie in Sweet with their explanation of what she's been doing. It was like, come on, guys, y'all are better than this. I love Vic and I love Nigel. Nigel's actually probably my favorite commentator in all of WWE, to be perfectly honest with you. Um, but I was just like, rewatch that segment again and tell me if they are not reaching to incorporate candy, sweetness, things like that into every single thing they say. I was like, oh, come on, guys.
I
Wow.
know, and because they were trying, they're trying to set it up as this like bad girl, good girl bullshit, which it's a picture that painted itself. We don't need the verbal cues to hook
Exactly.
us in even more. But I guess they're trying to placate to the dumb neckbeards out there. Anyways, now that I've offended everybody, we're off to I guess kind of the last match. If I think it was the last match of Travis Banks, the Kiwi Buzzsaw, defeating Wolfgang, who was accompanied by the Coffee Bros that were hanging outside the ring. And then, what do you think happens? He takes the win, and then everybody gets in the ring, and the Mustache Mountain comes and saves the day. Which again, I can't hate that because I get to see Thick Boy Trent 7 again on my television screen. So I was happy that the night ended like that. So they're setting that as that's going to be a 3-on-3 at some version of Takeover over there. So whenever they decide to roll that out. But that
Hmm.
was WWE NXT UK. Everybody.
Yes, thank you. Brr, 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 brr. Thank you. Um, I still want to watch NXT UK. It's just so hard. It's just hard
Well,
to do. But
sorry, you all have to look at the network. I mean, to me, it was complicated, and I didn't know why they had two episodes when they could have put it in one when it's the same fucking night. I don't know why they did it. So, I guess when any of us have a day off, the day it airs, then I don't know. We can kind of throw it up and see who wants to cover it because it is a harder show to get into our agenda.
yeah. So,
But yeah,
all right. I guess I'll talk about Raw. Val, you can do SmackDown. I only because after I watched Raw, I just went on a WWE strike. It
oh
was,
no.
man. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna run through this shit. I'm not gonna even. I don't even want to dig it. Let me just say they got I think the lowest ratings in Raw history this Monday, from what I read.
This week or last week?
No, this week.
Oh my!
This
So
week was
because
even
last week was
worse.
known as like one of the worst episodes of the year, and this one got
Yeah,
worse.
yeah. So
Right.
I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go through the notes. I don't know if this shit's in order or not. I really don't give a fuck because WWE. I really need for the XFL to hurry up so Vince McMahon can leave and can worry about that and let Papa H worry about the WWE stuff. So we got the Riot Squad putting Natalia through a fucking table. I guess she's getting written off for an injury. I guess you got Sasha Banks and Bailey who were dressed up like a tag team, defeating Mickey James and Alicia Fox. Um, I guess they're going to be a fucking tag team whenever they bring the belts. The Lucha House Party defeated uh Scott Dawson of the Revival. So it was 3-on-1, which is stupid. Once again, racist as fuck. Got them coming out with pinatas. Um, I know the Young Bucks. They tweeted one day they will wrestle the Revival, and people would rejoice. And I believe they, as in the Revival, tweeted the same thing about the Young Bucks. So hopefully they're going to AEW because WWE is not doing any fucking favors for the revival. Then we had a segment where Baron Corbin came out and gave a medal to Drew McIntyre. Dolph Ziggler comes out, talks a whole bunch of shit. McIntyre says he was the brain, the muscle, and everything. He's the whole freaking package, and all that stuff. You know, the psycho, wherever the Scottish psychopath, where the fuck they're calling him, gets a zigzag to him. They start the match right then and there, and Ziggler beats Drew McIntyre, which makes no complete sense because if you're building up, you know, McIntyre to be this fucking psychopath and killing everybody and everything that's moving. Even I know Finn Balor did, you know, he interfered in the match and did all that bullshit or whatever. But you know what? I'm not going to even talk about. Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck. Then we had Elias smashing the guitar over Leo Rush's back. I know they want to make Elias a top babyface guy, seeing that there's a lot of guy and out gotta go. Excuse me. The Raw Tag Team Champions AOP and Drake Maverick defeated Bobby Roode and Chad Gable in a 3-on-2 handicap match. After it was changed, it started out as Drake Maverick versus Bobby Roode. Yeah, whatever. Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins attacked Bane from fucking Gotham City. I don't know what they're doing with fucking Dean Ambrose. They had him come out with a fucking gas mask and cut this promo. And
Hey, Patrick,
yes,
can I just tell you, I knew from the very first episode of podcasting that even though I had never met any of the three of you, that I clicked with all three of you very, very well. It was just natural. I shit you not. I was screaming at my phone at 1 Hour Tees or Pro Wrestling Tees last night, going, "What the fuck? Do you think you're Bane?" Like, I was freaking out.
yes, like
I just want to acknowledge that I love you. I don't
Yes,
publicly
I love you
state
too,
I
Val.
love the three of you so much. But the fact that I said exactly those words, I'm like, oh my God, wrestling soulmates. Okay, muting, bye.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, I know they want to have this heel Dean Ambrose, but look, look at the old footage. Look at what he done before. Like, who gives a, you know what? Whatever. I don't give a fuck. If you want to know what happened,
You broke Patrick, Vince. You broke him. He's a black guy that likes wrestling. He doesn't like wrestling anymore. Now he's just a black guy.
I don't. I can't wait until fucking like I can't wait until Warrior Wrestling. I can't.
Whoa.
Now he's a black guy that boycotts
That's great.
wrestling. Thanks a lot,
Yeah.
WWE.
It's man, please, Vince, please step away, please retire. But then we had a strange, just out of the blue match where Baron Corbin made a loser gets fired match. Heath Slater versus original thick boy Rhino. Yeah, and Heath Slater won with a fucking neck breaker. Just a regular neck breaker, not no like crazy modified, just a neck breaker. And Rhino is fired, quote unquote, but I heard he cut a promo basically thanking the fans, and I guess he's retiring. After
he I guess during a commercial break, like right after the match, he said stuff to the audience in attendance, and that kind of leaked that he was retiring. And some people are really upset that that's how they decided to retire him. But don't you think that he would have some say so in that?
Yeah, you know, I think he got some shit. You know, I know he was doing like the political stuff, and maybe he's worried about that, or maybe he'll just be a staple on the Edge and Christian Totally Rita Awesomeness show. Maybe he'll join those guys and do that. That's, by the way, that is a hilarious show on the WWE network, which I am thinking about boycotting for $9.99 a month. Anyway, and then we come back from the commercial break, and Baron Corbin makes Heath Slater a referee. Don't know what we're going to see with that, but whatever. Who gives a shit? We had Finn Balor defeating Jinder Mahal. You know, prayers to Jinder Mahal in the modern day Maharaja, going from heavyweight champion to U.S. champion to just getting beat to sleep every week on two shows, on Raw and on the mixed match tag challenge or whatever the shit on Facebook. Praise to you, Jenner. Gender, not ginger. My bad. Um, so yeah, then we had the main event, which was Ronda Rousey and Amber Big Pants Moon defeating Nia Jax and Tamina, and this is the where Amber Moon's husband, what I mentioned earlier, where he tweeted he hoped that Big Moron doesn't injure his wife again. Um, I mean, I thought it was a great match. I thought it was a great way to close out Raw. That was probably the best match of the night, sadly. And I really don't give a fuck about Raw. I really don't. So, Val, can you please put me out of my fucking misery
Oh my.
and talk about SmackDown? This because Raw. I don't know if I'm gonna watch a Raw for well, I gotta watch Raw. We got the fucking show,
I mean,
but
I can watch Raw, I guess. Well, I'm gonna be in Disney next Monday, so I don't know if I can watch Raw next Monday.
I'll watch it. Unfortunately, math.
Ugh, it's gonna be really, really bad. SmackDown wasn't terrible. It was actually kind of decent, to be honest with you guys. It started out with my favorite thing about SmackDown, which is Charlotte Flair. She and Becky the Man Lynch and Asuka had their contract signing. I like that they had the belt hanging, because it's the first ever triple threat tables, ladders, and chairs match, which I think is interesting that they keep saying, they initially were pounding it that it's a first ever women's tables, ladders, and chair match, but now I wonder if they're gonna like redo it again eventually and be like, oh, the first ever singles TLC match. But I really love everything about Paige being general manager. Also, I like that Asuka was getting all ghetto and like just shit talking in Japanese and just and like getting really harsh. It was awesome. I'm really looking forward to this match. It's like the one thing that I'm looking forward to at TLC is this specific match between the three of them. But then Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville come out and shit talk, and they ended up having a match between Mandy Rose and Sonya and Charlotte and Asuka, because Becky is cleared but not cleared but cleared. And it was a good match. And actually, I'm super stoked because they're pushing on Sonya Deville, and I really like this. I was worried that she was going to get left by the wayside because they're so hard for Mandy. But it was actually really good. And Charlotte and Asuka lost because of miscommunication. It was a good match overall. Honestly, the next match I didn't really watch because I was more focused on the intricate goddamn designs of Cody Rhodes' blonde t-shirt. Cutting out cigars is annoying, but people love them, so I did it. Jey Uso defeated Xavier Woods and Cesaro in a triple threat match. The Miz TV segment was really great. AJ Styles confronting Daniel Bryan. Dude, this Daniel Bryan heel turn, I can kind of get behind. Like, at first I was like, I don't know. But now he's like, you know how people like hate some vegans? Not all vegans, because Snack Baber Jr. is a vegan and he's like preachy, but not super preachy. You know how some people just like hate vegans?
Yeah.
That's who I feel like Daniel Bryan is trying to be. He's like, I care so much about the planet, but you people don't. And you all just use single-use water bottles, and I don't eat meat, so I don't contribute to methane gas. And it was just like crazy.
I will give him this credit though. At least he didn't compare veganism to slavery.
Oh,
like what's her name did? I can't think of her name right now, but
well,
yeah,
Kimberly, what she was trying to imply was that people don't consider animals' rights as a lot of vegans think that they should, and that it's akin to how people didn't consider slaves' rights and women's rights and things like that, and gay rights. And like, I get where her head and her heart is at, but yeah, I mean, that was a rough one. But anyway, so yeah, we're all supposed to. He just kept calling everybody fickle, and he just said the word fickle maybe 17 times. I feel like we should actually go back and watch it once we're done with this broadcast And every time he says the word fickle, Danielle has to take a shot.
I
Oh
will
man.
be on the floor
Okay,
2
maybe I don't
seconds
want
into
that to happen because it might kill you, and I love you. So,
it.
but I was like, oh, this is definitely a good drinking game for me and Danielle. We should just go drink Malort every time he says fickle.
Yes, so I'm for that.
Yeah. Oh, and then there was a match that I'm supposed to care about, but I didn't care about it 35 years ago when this was a main event. Randy Orton defeating Jeff Hardy. Whoopity doo. I can't tell what they're doing with the Miz. Like he's not quite a tweener, and he's still kind of a douchebag, but they're trying to make him face, and I just I love the Miz. I don't know. I think he's great, but he got his ass kicked by AJ Styles. It was a really good match. SmackDown overall was pretty good. The only thing I really didn't watch very much, like I said, I was cutting out all the Cody Rhodes merch, which I guess is appropriate. That he took my attention off of WWE was the Jey Uso Xavier Woods Cesaro match. I honestly didn't really watch much of that, but yeah, it was a good episode. I'm really pumped for the women's triple threat TLC match.
Cool.
Yeah, I am too. I just
You're speechless.
I wonder. Yeah, I want. No, I wonder. Yes, I am. But I wonder if they're going to limit Becky after the whole injury, or they're just going to let them go balls to the wall, or well, they don't have balls, so let them just go all out.
Wait,
Like
wait, wait. Would that be labes to the tabes because it's a tables, ladders, and chairs match?
oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. It is a T. I'm so fucking dumb. I'm dumb. I'm
Well,
dumb.
according
Yeah.
to Wrestling Observer newsletter, as of today, she hasn't yet been cleared for the nasal fracture, but she has cleared concussion testing. So let's see if they
Okay.
change it again.
Can I just tell you, do I need to bring him up again? Cody Rhodes wrestled with a face mask. I played roller derby with a face mask for almost a year due to having my nose broken 3 times and having surgery to correct it. A nasal fracture is uncomfortable. Is it a little intimidating when somebody comes at you with a giant elbow? Yeah. But if she's such the man and she says she's the man, I feel like she would woman up and wrestle. If she doesn't have a concussion, that is. If she has a concussion, then stay the fuck away from the ring. It's not
Yeah.
worth it. But if it's just a fracture and that's the issue, I mean, I don't know. I'm obviously not a fracturologist. I mean, I'm obviously not a doctor, but I played roller derby after getting my nose smashed a million times. Cody Rhodes wrestled in a mask for a long time. Handsome Rusev wrestled in a mask.
Yeah, but okay, I think I am 100% agree. Like she should wrestle. This is part of the industry. It happens. Like shit happens. It's a physical sport.
I was
So
training the other day, and now my entire lady bits are bruised. Like,
Whoa.
I mean,
yeah,
because that's part of the gig, like it comes with that. And but
yes,
a
getting your
part of
crotch bruised is part of the gig. Okay?
a part of me thinks WWE is gonna go on their we're selling the look of these women, and
Yeah.
it's a sad world of men running the business. They're like, well, a face mask doesn't, it takes away from her look of it all. And we're just going to say she's just too injured because we don't want her to wear the mask. Like, I feel like they would go about it that way,
Well,
unfortunately.
I mean,
I
that's
put it
very
like,
possible.
yeah, and I put it like this, like Val, obviously, like you wore face mask to do like all your shit, but you're also the only woman I know to fucking open a beer with your fucking bare teeth. So you know, like it's not many of you on the planet.
I mean,
So
you're not wrong. Hashtag reasons why I'm single. Just saying.
hey. So there you go, fellas. You need your beer open. Val got a mouth for you.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Wow, Pat,
on.
I think that beats all my innuendos of the evening. Okay, I think that you just trumped them all.
Don't compare him to Trump. Shoot.
I am sorry. Moving on to 205 Live. Yeah. Moving on to 205 Live very quickly. The Brian Kendrick and Drew Gulak went to a no contest. The little Davari defeated Clay Roberts. I don't know who that is, but wasn't important enough to win. The Lucha House Party defeated TJP and Mike Canelo.
Hello.
Know what happened to you. You had a great run in Impact. Don't know what WWE is doing for you, but we'll maybe it's too soon. And we also find out that Cedric Alexander will be the next person to challenge Buddy Murphy, who I completely forgot had the Cruiserweight Championship. But he's going to challenge him at, I guess, TLC or fucking, 205 Takeover or whatever fucking shit. I don't know. But that's all for 205 Live.
Beautiful. What the
I don't know
hell?
why I have a sound effect that says Bazinga.
Yeah.
Who's gonna talk about the Chicago update?
Well, I know someone who knows stuff that's happening in Chicago, and I think she's pulling transmission fluid in their car.
That's crazy.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I had a stroke. No, oh man.
I had a stroke, and ever since then,
Oh my!
I've got a little Krampus in my lady bits ever since then.
Well, I didn't know that you could bruise certain parts on me that are bruised at the moment, but so I was talking with Simply Marvelous Matt Nix at work today, and we were discussing how voicesofwrestling.com recently put out a list of 10 indie wrestlers to look out for in 2019. And some of the names were pretty awesome, but two in particular really obviously caught my eye. I'm a big fan of a lot of these guys and gals, but there was an honorable mention shout out to Kobe Durst. I don't know if you guys have seen him. He's the Diamond Tiger. He will be wrestling at the next freelance show on December 14th, next Friday. Too legit to quit. Hey. But also mentioned in the top 10, which is super fucking exciting, I think, is Chicago's own Kylie Ray.
Ooh.
Yeah. So pretty excited for her to see all the props she's getting, because that woman works really damn hard, and she has, and for years now, since she started, she's just grinding it out. I mean, she just did wonderful things. I know that you guys just saw her recently on Black Eye Wednesday. Yeah, she's a great talent. She will also be on the next show, taking on GPA
On the
They're-
14th?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's kind of cool because if I'm not mistaken, she's the only female on the list, which is really rad that she's representing the ladies and Chicago all at once. So I just, I wanted to give a shout out to both of them. Kobe Durst is an excellent talent. If you don't know him, check him out. He has a lot to offer in the ring. He's a great personality. He's got a good move set. He's super nice guy out of the ring, total dickhead in the ring. It's great. I love him. But so I just want to kind of give a little plug to our next show, if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah,
sure.
update.
Yeah, it's all day. Yeah, man.
Update,
Wow,
Hey.
this is like a neckbeard moment. No, you guys, you need to stop your shit.
Hey,
Hey,
Well, Val Capone's doing the update.
Oni, check it out.
Bring your goddamn beer and come listen to the update.
So she can open it with the face.
The face again.
Oh, no.
All right, so freelance wrestling, which I'm very proud to be a part of. I generally don't open beers with my face there, but I often do cut promos with the talent after their matches. So if you ever want to learn more about them, you can always follow us on Twitter. I'm at Val Capone at Freelance Wrestling. There's going to be one released tomorrow that I know is going to be of particular interest to two of the four of us, or probably all four of us actually. That is Robert Ego Anthony and, say it with me, kids, Frank the Clown.
Oh my god. You are about to really piss me off.
I love you.
Wow,
Oh
she
my
like
God.
got really close to the microphone. You hear that, guys? Shh, listen. Pat, tell us how you feel.
I'm good now. You know what? I don't want any of the negativity, the negative shit how I was last week, me being all depressed and shit. I'm in a good space now. So
Well, the good
let's
news is I don't know that Frank is appearing on the show. I think that he is off filming movies somewhere, getting his hair dyed rainbow colors or whatever.
I hope he's filming a snuff film.
Okay, so there's that. But the promo that I cut with them, you'll have to see the interview. It's kind of frustrating, which I feel like you guys are either gonna be really proud of me or hate him even more. I don't know yet. That gets released tomorrow.
Hold on, you did an interview with Frank the Clown?
I did. I
And it
couldn't.
got frustrating. Did he treat you bad? 'Cause I already want to.
I'm taking off my hoop earrings and my rings
What did he do?
now.
What did he say?
Girl, get it.
What the hell did he say to you?
You're just gonna have to look out for the freelance Twitter tomorrow. They're gonna release it tomorrow.
I will kidnap Noelle Foley.
No, you will not. She's so wonderful.
Yeah, for him, though. Just to spite him, not.
No, I love her. She is amazing.
But she got herself involved in this. She knew the dice she was rolling when she got involved with that piece of crap.
Well, he has been lately representing Robert Ego Anthony, who is participating in the Scramble match a week from tomorrow. He's going to be taking on the one and only Chris Castro, as well as Space Monkey and Eye Candy Elliott, and please don't die, Alex Olsen. But what's cool about this, Gringo Loco was supposed to be in the match, but he's got another commitment with MLW, which is very cool for him that he gets to be a part of MLW.
Hell yeah.
So, because we're super supportive of the talent at Freelance, and so he got a really rad opportunity. Matt Nix and everybody at Freelance Management totally understands. But this means a door gets open for a girl who damn deserves it. She is amazing. Y'all saw her at the Black Eye Wednesday for Freelance Underground, and that's one of the things I love about Freelance and Freelance Underground. They work really hard to promote talent that maybe you're not familiar with, and Lainey Luck is making.
Oh, yes.
I'm so excited. It's going to be the Laney Square Auditorium or whatever. It's going to be so great. Normally it's the Loco Square Auditorium, but she's filling in for Gringo Loco. So I'm super stoked for her because she works really damn hard and she is awesome in the ring, I think. So that's going to be one of the matches of the night. There's there's like a tag match. It's not for the title. However, the original Freelance Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the N-Words, are going to be taking on Darren Corbin and Bucky Collins. And no, that's their tag name, y'all. If you haven't,
I know.
They're amazing. They come out just straight out of Compton. Oh my God. They're so good. I love them. But they're taking on Darren Corbin and Bucky Collins. Another match I'm really excited for, which I feel like this has been brewing in the kettle for a little while. Ricky Shane Page, who is like a badass, is taking on Mick Drake. Oh my God. These two, seriously. Mick Drake is a New Yorker. And if you're not familiar with him, check out the Dagger. He is an awesome talent in the ring. I cut a promo with him a couple months ago. Really good dude. Really intense. I haven't seen that kind of intensity in a while. So I'm really excited to see where that goes. But one of the two matches that I'm probably the most excited for, let's be honest, I'm excited for all of them. But All Ego Ethan Page versus Eric Cannon. These two guys have been like shit talking each other worldwide virtually all year long. I mean, it really got ramped up a couple months ago here, but it's going to be a really intense, awesome match between the two of them. Oh, yes. And then we are going to have the Ugly Ducklings are taking on the Workhorsemen for the Freelance Tag Team Championship. The aforementioned Kobe Durst, who is an indie wrestler to watch, taking on Hot Sauce Tracy Williams. It's going to be awesome. GPA versus Kylie Ray in an I Quit match. So whoever wins this has to leave Freelance Wrestling, hence the name Too Legit to Quit, for the card of the night. And then, of course, it's going to be Isaiah Velasquez taking on Craig Mitchell. Now, both these gents are champions. Craig Mitchell is the Freelance Underground champion, and Isaias Velasquez is the first ever 2-time freelance wrestling champion. So it's going to be a really intense match. This is their third time facing off against each other, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be the whole night's going to be fucking amazing. So just show up next Friday, December 14th, Too Legit to Quit. Hey. First row is $25. General admission is $20. Tickets are available at freelancewrestling.com, or you can always get them at the door, of course, which I believe doors are at 8 o'clock. And first bell. So, and there's a full bar, cash bar. It's a good time. I'm going to be there.
Of course you're going to be there. Of course you're going to be there. I need to be there, though.
Pat, are you going to be there?
When is it again?
Hey, you're not high.
No. No, I'm not high. No. I am making a New Year's resolution that I want to try to get to as many as Chicago related wrestling events. Like, I would rather go to the Chicago stuff over the bigger stuff. Not only, just the support, but I need to be a part of the scene as well. I need to see guys like Gringo Loco, who I think is my favorite. I think he's one of my favorite indie guys. Him and the Sammy Guevara guy. So I need to go out and just support everybody. I'm with everything. I wanted to see Craig Mitchell because I think I seen a promo, Val, that I think you guys recorded together. I think maybe might have been him.
With Craig Mitchell at Freelance Underground or Freelance Wrestling, because I've worked with him a couple of times. He's also very intense.
I think it was with wrestling. Yeah, I think it was with Freelance. Yeah. So like I'm eager to learn these new guys and maybe have a drink with the N-words.
You know what? You would love A Jizzle and B Rice. You would love them.
Why? Because he's black.
Whoa!
Yeah. Exactly why. I mean, honestly,
Lord.
no. It's because I just think that you would get on with them really, really well. Both of them are amazing and they're badass.
I'm definitely going to step my shit up.
Wait, you said New Year's resolution.
That means he ain't gonna be there this year.
Yeah, let's be specific. We got a couple weeks, man.
Well, he's prepping himself for the big party that we're gonna have at Warrior Wrestling 3 because it is 3 days after my birthday.
Yeah,
yes,
January 5th, baby.
I will be there. I will be there. Like, I will be there.
So that's the start of your resolution, right?
Yes. That's going to be like the first thing.
I'm your accountability partner, and I'm gonna make sure you stick to it.
I mean, admittedly, I'm gonna be working 90% of the show, but I still want to hang with you guys.
Oh, man, I mean, we got after the show. We got, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got. Trust me, I'm in that bitch.
Yes. That's enough time to. Oh, Val. Okay. Pro Wrestling Tees, 1 hour tees, sketchable pro fall shirts.
Yeah, what's the deal?
How do we get this happening? You're the connection here.
Well, I mean, that of course is something we can always talk about off air.
Nope, on the air. business strategy plans on the air.
And the reason I say that is because at Warrior Wrestling 3, the three of us at least will be able to wear, because I'm pretty sure Val, they're gonna have you wear different kind of merch, but we can represent the show. So let's talk about this, guys.
We'll get this shit together real soon. Real soon.
I want to make, first of all, 20-minute warning, guys. We're running the kind of over our scheduled 90-minute thing, but I want to make a T-shirt that says SFOF and then the greater than sign, and it says freelance.
Ooh!
Oh my god!
But I'll wear it there.
Freelance Underground just followed me.
No, I know. I mean, I love them, and we're going to be at their show and supporting the show. But I'm still going to be like, hey, check it out.
I feel like actually both Freelance and Freelance Underground would be supportive of this notion and probably laugh. I mean, Andy Long was on the show, and he's one of the mad minds behind.
Shout out to Juice. Tomato juice.
Tomato juice.
Orange juice.
Andy the Dong Long.
Whoa,
He
whoa,
told me.
whoa,
He
whoa.
told me. Hey, he told me that's his new
What?
nickname. That's not my fault.
Andy
Don't
the
shoot the messenger.
dong long.
Don't tell.
Oh my
Don't shoot the
god! What?
messenger.
Oh
Well,
my
we have
lord!
established that we are a solid rated R show. Maybe we're crossing into the NC-17 category, but hey, the more fans, the better.
Shout out to M in the chat, by the way.
And shout out to Podbean for getting our shit together. Fuck SoundCloud.
What?
Fuck you
Actually,
guys.
Actually,
Because-
iTunes today, I went to look at our iTunes and it says this show is not available in the United States. So something's going on with iTunes too.
United
Ain't that a
States.
bitch?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, shout out to our every week we have people on Spotify in Australia,
Yeah.
and then Sweden. Of course, we've got the majority is Canada and the UK, but I know people in both of those places, but I don't know anyone in Sweden. I don't know anyone in Australia. So Val, either they're your friends or they're new listeners because that is amazing. Or Pat,
I'd imagine column C, a little bit of both, because I do have some wonderful, wonderful friends I consider family in Australia. And mainly I'm pretty sure it's Rhea Ripley just listening to hear me and Danielle. I'm in love with her more
That's
every
really all they
day.
want to hear. That's
I'm
all
gonna-
they really want to hear.
I'm gonna have to take a shower hearing that information. Cold shower. You get my drift.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
they definitely don't want to hear me.
Well, guys, I would say we'll wrap it up. We got this other thing that it's in the doc, but I think I say we save that for closer to that time.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
But so guys, yeah, a lot of stuff to talk about. Next week we'll be talking about the TLC preview. And hopefully we'll see everybody on the 14th at Freelance Wrestling.
14th of this month?
Yeah.
Correct. Next Friday.
Okay. I might appear.
8
Is it
days.
at
Really good.
Is it at Logan Square?
Yep. Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Sure.
And next Thursday, I am at the House of the Mouse, but I believe the parks close a little early, so I should be able to join you for the broadcast.
Okay. That's
Don't worry about it. Enjoy Disney.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, if you're in Disney World, who gives a fuck about wrestling? Chill. I do have one request if you can make it happen. I need a picture of Goofy.
Oh, duh.
I need a picture. Like, Goofy is like my homie. Like, I'm really considering dressing as Goofy for next Halloween, like full Goofy like suit. Like, I don't care how much it costs for me to get the Goofy head with the Goofy body and
I
everything.
didn't realize you were such a furry.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And can I be Goofy's son from the Goofy movie?
Yeah, Powerline.
Powerline?
Yeah.
No, wait, was that Powerline or who was this, like the
Powerline and Max and
Max.
Max.
Fun fact: Tall Dad and I were texting today, and he said, he's like, I'm like, do you want anything from Disney, Dad? And he's like, I'm still looking for some Goofy sheets that aren't too goofy. My father has a Goofy pillowcase. He is 8 years old. Goofy is his favorite. He gets high as fuck and he drinks coffee out of this Goofy mug I got him last time. And then he wears a t-shirt that I bought him that says, "I'm so grumpy because you're so dopey." He's the best.
Yeah, shout out to Tall Dad. Like, if he likes Goofy, loves Goofy, like I do, I know me and him would have great conversations while inhaling the devil's lettuce. So, holy shit.
Yeah, you guys should be like best friends by now, Pat.
Hey, if me and Tall Dad can sit down and like just have a conversation, I need it to be recorded. I think he can tell me so much stuff from back in the day, and I can tell him like shit with like my music stuff, and we can just sit there and get high all fucking day and just eat and have fun. And it'll be like kind of like, what's that movie, Grumpy Old Men? Because I'm old too. I got gray hair now too. So like I'm with it. Like, I'm with the shits. I'm with it.
I like it. I think
but
that's great.
I guess this comes to the conclusion of our fucking show. So
aggressive way to close out.
Yeah, to our fucking show. I am going to actually go to the store and buy another 24 pack of water, Mountain, Mountain water.
Ice Mountain.
PS4 on tonight. Ice Mountain for life.
Are you gonna buy Smash
I wanna
Brothers
try-
at midnight?
You know what? I have to find my Switch. It's around here somewhere. I haven't touched it since I turned it on to buy the online shit, the $20 thing.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Me too.
But
I haven't played it
I
yet.
fucked
Okay.
around and bought PUBG for PS4. So
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I'm drinking unsweetened iced tea. That's my drink tonight.
Oh,
there you have it.
yeah, well, this
She's
was the
lit.
guys. This was all. I mean, this was a very low. This was like 1% ABV show
Yeah.
on average.
Oh, and shout out to Elwood Blues, man. It was his birthday today. So we watched Blues Brothers at Pro Wrestling Tees, and Nisei had a Elwood Blues birthday party.
My favorite
You
damn
know what?
movie, okay? I love that movie so much. Thank you for addressing that too.
Yeah.
Speaking
And also,
of
if
Nisei
you
Lounge.
yeah,
Oh, go ahead. My bad. I'm sorry.
no, it's all good. If you do stop by Nisei Lounge, I'm bartending tomorrow. Feel free to come by and say hi. Please, please, oh, please, oh, please, bring by an unwrapped, donatable, like an unwrapped but sealed toy. We're doing a Toys for Tots drive at Nisei Lounge. So if anybody that's listening out there that lives in Chicagoland and they want to hear this place that we always talk about, that is like basically the clubhouse for Schedule for One Fall, you know, try some candy cane malort. I made it myself. I know the secret recipe, and no, I will not share it.
Okay.
But do bring an unwrapped toy for a child, or you know, like that you want to donate. I know that they asked for no stuffed animals. I'm not really sure what's up with that, but you know, a puzzle, a book, a sporting. Bring fucking an Eva Marie doll. No, don't do that. Don't give a kid Eva Marie for Christmas. But you know, I'm
all
gonna
those Enzo Amore toys
go. Uh-oh.
finally have a home.
I'm gonna go to Target and buy a
Oh,
bunch of
no.
WWE stuff and donate that. That's usually what I do. Is I buy Star Wars and WWE, and that's what I donate.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
Toys for Tots, Nisei Lounge. Do it.
Get it.
Oh, and also, yeah, I want to try the Blue Jolly Rancher Malort.
Yeah, it's good. It's
Definitely,
interesting for sure.
definitely
It's like
wanna try
whoa. It's like a tidal wave of flavor.
try
Well,
that because regular Malort is a little musty. But hey, I love Malort. Love Malort. I love it.
perfect. Well,
So,
that sounds great. And before Pat hangs up on us, we'll say have a wonderful evening. And Mike,
wait a minute. What makes you think? What makes you think I was gonna hang up today? This has been a great day. It's been a good week. I've been in like a great mood. What? Why? Because I hang up every show.
Yes.
Well, wait. M in the chat says he has an unopened WWF China bendable toy.
Bring it to me.
Oh,
And there he goes. There he
It's
goes.
the-
He hung up.
son of a bitch. I swear to God, I'm gonna
If
kick
you-
his
if you bring-
ass.
If you bring it to me, I will buy whatever toys you want me to donate to Toys for Tots. But oh my God, can I please have that? Also,
Yeah.
Malort
He'll
on
Think
me.
about it. He'll
The
think about it.
Val's Toys for Tot. Toys for Val.
Toys for Knots or
Donation.
Tots.
I love it. I'm just
Well,
so fuming every time fucking Pat bails on this damn show.
Son of a.
Son of a bitch.
well, thank you, M. Thank you, anyone else for
That's for you,
listening.
Patrick. That's
Thank
burp.
you, Pat. Pat, damn
No,
you.
don't think Pat.
No, I said damn you, Pat.
Oh, okay.
Damn you, Pat.
Damn you, Pat.
Damn you.
Damn you.
Damn you, Pat.
Well, Miss Val, it was great that you were able to make it on the show in a early, right? It was early
Yeah.
versus like your shifts are so late. So
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good.
But I tried to get out at 10, but I had to cut more elite back patches or elite shirt patches and shoulder patches and all the patches.
no, we get it. We get it. Trust me. So
All
thanks
these
for
people wanted to be
joining.
part of the elite, you know? Did we talk about did y'all talk about that? I hope. If not, we'll talk about it more later.
Yes. Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Mhm.
And Jacksonville.
What about Jacksonville?
That honestly was probably the news I would have talked about if my brain was functioning. That the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars is supposedly like the money backer.
Oh
for
yeah.
All
Ari
Elite Wrestling.
Shafir or something. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Not Marina Shafir. She's
Marina
part of.
Shafir?
She's
No, I
part
said
of
Ari. I said
What's her name?
Ari. Ari Shafir, not Marina.
Oh, okay. I was like, she's like Shayna Baszler's sidekick. Come on.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, cool. So yeah, maybe we'll have some more deets by next week. But
Hopefully.
cool. Well, thank you, Val. Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you, Pat, for editing the show afterwards. And well, you don't have to edit it. I already added all the sound effects. Val, have safe travels to Disney. Take some pics, and we will see you a week from tomorrow.
Yippers. Bye.
Okay, bye.